say, man, okay, he is kind of a tornado, fam. He's a little bit of a tornado, right? But maybe that's why he and Camille keep crashing into each other. Do you think that there's something to that?
You know what? He definitely there was between a tornado, a walking red flag. Man, he's definitely evolved some mess this year. But I feel like what makes them keep circling back around is like they really just are tied at the soul. And sometimes you'll see that with people, whether it's a significant other or a friend or just you'll see it within relationships that sometimes like it's we're just better together, despite what's going on. And I feel like Ian and Camille have that. Despite the tornado that they're making, or really that Ian's making, she really holds the key to his heart. So I feel like that's why he always has an excuse to go back to her.
Absolutely. So I was gonna say, in the same token, my brother does care, right?
He
Can we
does
talk about
care,
how,
yeah.
despite like this messiness, right? He shows up for both Portia and Camille to the best of his ability, but
Yeah,
it's a lot for one
that's a
person, right?
lot. It is. And I just thank Tracy Oliver and the whole writing team for just writing him in such a nuanced way where we can
Mhm.
see that. I feel like even when we watch it, we can see that.
Yeah, like when he does make certain decisions, I'm like, you know what? It's funny. This looks messy, but we have not talked to him yet. There's probably something going on,
Right, right.
probably, and then there is.
Hmm.
Uh, so it's like a nice balance. Tracy did a really good job.
Yeah.
I personally, I know we'll hold it till after everybody gets a chance to hear it, but I love the baby shower episode. I really
Yeah,
do.
that's a great episode for everybody.
It's really good. Like everybody has a chance to shine. I love to hear about how you approach like Ian in such like a crunch, right? Because he's a little bit on his back foot. He's like on his heels a little bit by
Yeah, he
all
said
this.
he said what was a crutch?
Like he was in such like a crunch. He's like such an emotional
Oh
crunch.
yeah,
How
yeah,
do you
yeah.
like handle like that situation?
Man, that's a great way to put it, an emotional crunch. I mean, you're just getting pulled in all different directions and you're still trying to show up. So I feel like on one hand I can honor that, ability or want to show up. It's very easy to we're gonna get to the other side in a second. But like
Yeah.
it's very easy to, for sure. But it's very easy when you're juggling things to, even in moments, like even if you isolate moments to just be like, well, I'm not handling all that right now. I gotta focus on one. I'll get back to the juggling later. It's like I feel like as we watch him through that arc, even in the mess of it, he's always trying to honor his word and his heart. And then within that, like, man, to have it all go down at the baby shower episode, like he's got Portia here, he got Camille here, everybody knows about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm juggling the cake. So it's
Yeah.
just like it was a hell of an episode that they wrote out to, like, just see it in its entirety.
Mhm.
But it was a hell of a mess, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
in that type of mess in real life. I don't know how he did it. That's too
The
much
Burberry
stress, man.
shirt, calling Portia for help. I was like, my man's trying
Like,
to do
come
the best he can,
on.
but he keep messing up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh man. So how do you feel about Ian's final choice and how it speaks to who he is, right? Is it hard to capture that kind of honesty when it's still kind of brutal, right?
In terms of like what specifically?
Like he when she asked him, she's like, I want all of you. And then he goes, I
Between
thought I
him and
did. Yeah, with
Portia.
Portia, that conversation. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
really like it's heavy, but it's the truth. And it's true, right?
yeah, yeah. It's heavy. It's true. It's something that he's trying to honor, even at the cost of this relationship. If it's like he's trying to. That's the thing about being like real direct. I got some of my friends like. I feel like I'm a good balance.
Sure.
Like some of my friends that that super single, probably why. But like, they're just like so direct and like, they're always preach about just being honest, even to the point when it's brutally honest. And
Yeah.
it's like I understand that. And sometimes what we see in Ian is like sometimes when you're super direct, it can be at the cost of something else. So
Yeah.
in this scenario, he's honest about the fact that she is going to be in his life and this is how it is. He does love Portia, and is there a way we can be a big happy family? He's being honest about it, but that ain't gonna fly for a lot of people, and it didn't
Yeah.
fly for Portia. And we get to see the result of that. So I think it's just an incredibly human moment. Shout out to Tracy Oliver and the writers for just, writing an episode like that.
Absolutely. And can I just say, I want to ask a question about how Tracy and them approach him, because we talk a lot about masculinity and like models of masculinity on television. And even though he is messy as all get out, Ian is, I would say, probably a positive model of masculinity, because
Yeah.
even when all this crazy stuff goes down, he's still going to take care of his. He's
Yeah.
still very, very committed. He's
Hmm.
doing the sitcom bounce between two dates thing, but he's still trying.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think about his portrayal like masculinity? What like viewers might take away from that?
Yeah. My takeaway is definitely a positive one. You know, I,
Mm-hmm.
th- I think it's important to be able to see a man show both sides because we don't see it often.
Yes.
Even when I was growing up, I just always thought about the role model of a man, like, a man's doing what he's supposed to do when he's protecting and providing for the family, and he's going to get, he's going to get it, and that's true. I think that's one aspect of what makes a man for sure. However that unfolds in their life. But one thing I take from Ian is that having a sense of vulnerability or honor in your heart to go along with the virility or the strength or the manliness is what, in my opinion, what makes a real man. We
Yeah.
should be able to sit down, call to play, be direct, and have everybody, we should be able to run the ship, but we should also be able to sit down and listen to anybody that's like our teammate or anybody that's a part of, whatever it is that we're a part of. So I just feel like Ian does a great job of even in terms of what he's chasing in life. He's fiercely passionate about what he wanted to be, as a world renowned chef, but also to honor what it is that he felt in his heart about his love life. And then even as it branched into, fatherhood. So I feel like he's a positive role model all in all, despite some of the mess we got cleaned up. He's just human, that just happens.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on season 3. I really
Thank
enjoyed
you.
it. I hope 2025 continues on a little bit more positive than we started, and everybody remains safe. All right,
Yes,
man? Yeah.
absolutely. And I
Man,
appreciate you taking time to be with us.
no problem.